Against Malaria campaign is a campaign that's been designed to capture the momentum and the football fever that we're feeling around the world in these 12 months leading up to the World Cup. Because for the first time in Africa, the World Cup is being organized and will be held in South Africa. And there's a great deal of anticipation about, who's going to win the next World Cup. We decided to capitalize on that excitement and develop a campaign to generate interest and enthusiasm about malaria control in those same months leading up to the World Cup. In Mali, we kicked off the United Against Malaria campaign with the first of the football games that would be the qualifying matches to lead up to the World Cup. And this qualifying match on June 7th happened to coincide with the beginning of the rainy season. Rainy season means malaria transmission, and so we figured that we should capitalize on this opportunity, which was a hugely popular soccer match. And the Minister of Health for Mali became very excited at the possibility of recruiting the Malian national soccer team, Les Aigles, to become malaria champions. And we really wanted to be able to record some PSAs and to look at how could we bring the team on to be veritable champions for malaria control. Our initial ask to the national team was to be able to go out and film them and record some messages with some of the key players, and then also to figure out how we could also film the entire team showing their support. We commissioned our Vestergaard distributor, and we said, hey, how would you like to make a giant net for us to cover the Malian soccer team? In the PSAs, you'll see this white thing blowing around in the wind, and it's actually a giant mosquito net. We want to make sure that malaria is continually regarded as a priority in Mali, and so that means engaging political leadership and getting them to really understand the importance of it. So we did a combination of broadcasting the soccer players during the soccer matches and broadcasting the Minister of Health, who agreed to do a TV spot, and the Minister of Sports, who agreed to do a TV spot at the evening news.
Here in Mali, we have every intention of reaching the malaria prevention objective of universal coverage with insecticide-treated nets. To achieve this objective, we will need allies here in Mali and everywhere in Africa.
The fans dressed in their T-shirts, they accepted to wear T-shirts that are basically with the United Against Malaria logo and then the Malian flag. And as football fans anywhere, their faces were painted and funny hats on and big horns and all kinds of other things that are really, as soon as you see the photos, you recognize the football fever. The excitement about football is so tangible in any of these African countries, and Mali is no exception, because the Malian team is actually one of the better teams competing in Africa for a place in the World Cup. And if they don't make it in the World Cup, they'll certainly make it into the African Cup of Nations, and it's also going to be a wonderful time for us to be able to bring together, the fight against malaria and the excitement around football.